From the past many days, I got a lot of comments asking to create a video guide on FPP switches, its advantages, best settings, and a full guide. So here your brother is again to help you guys out from any situation. Today I will show you how you can use FPP switches to your advantage, and can easily master it. FPP button is one of the most important buttons on your screen, having a lot of advantages. So without any further delay, and don't forget to like the video. Now without any further delay, let's dive in. First, talking about settings, there are only 3 settings which you have to focus on for FPP. Number 1, FPP view. A lot of guys set it on 80, like I used to, but that is completely wrong, and you have to set it on 103%, which is its maximum. As you can clearly see, you get more view on the maximum settings than 80%, which will help you in spotting enemies more easily. Number 2, is FPP dynamic holding. While keeping this setting disabled, while standing or moving your character will hold your gun little higher, which will cover more area of your screen, and it will definitely give you a hard time, but keeping this disabled your character will hold the gun little lower, giving you more area for spotting and all. Here is the side-by-side comparison of FPP dynamic holding, as you can see how much area gun covers, while keeping this disabled, so better keep it on. Number 3, which is sensitivity for FPP. Keep your FPP and TPP camera and ADS sensitivity same at first, and lower up to 5% to get the same experience like in TPP. Say for example, I am using 300 gyro for TPP and 295 for FPP. Because in FPP even little sensitivity feels so high, so in order to build that muscle memory for both FPP and TPP I lowered the FPP sensitivity by 5%. These were the settings for FPP. Now let's discuss some advantages, and tips and tricks so that you can use the FPP switch button at its best. The first time when you have to use your FPP switch button is while entering the building. It can be any building. While entering from door or a window, your character blocks your maximum view and you aren't able to spot the enemies, which are camping in the room corners. As you can clearly see how much additional view I am getting while switching to FPP when I enter the room or a building, which definitely helps you in your spotting. And after spotting you can react and can easily kill those campers. So make sure while entering a building switch to FPP first. The next and important use of FPP switches during car fights. Whenever you are chasing a vehicle or get chased, you either try to scope in and shoot or you will hip fire in TPP. But somehow it doesn't feel comfortable while shooting in TPP in a moving vehicle, because you miss most of the bullets. But when you switch to FPP in a moving vehicle, your aim and accuracy remains at its best and you will get better view to shoot down enemies, because the only thing on your screen to focus will be the enemy vehicle and enemies. So better to shift to FPP during a car fight. Try this and come back later for giving a thanks. While using drop shots. Every good player knows the importance of drop shots in the game. When no movement takes your side, drop shots give you a most upper hand that time, like you can easily clutch squads with this movement. But do you know if you will use drop shots in FPP you will get better accuracy, and you will feel your movements little faster. You may have seen many montage creators and other good players using this trick, and it actually helps a lot, so better switch to FPP while drop shotting to take your skills to next level. You can practice this one here, like this. Next, and one of the best use of FPP switch button is while using a shotgun. You know how much deadlier shotguns. When you're using a shotgun you just have to focus on your big crosshair instead of your movement. And for that if you will shift to FPP while using a shotgun you can easily focus on your target, which will give you a plus point, so that you will never miss your shots. I have already explained this point in the shotgun guide video. If you haven't watched it yet, I will pin that one to the end screen. After completing this video you can watch that one too. Moving to our next tip, while taking the advantage of FPP switches on broken walls. There are a lot of broken walls in Erangel and in some other maps which are the height of chest level, and some are the height of head level, and while taking the fights on these walls your most of the bullets hit the wall instead of enemy, and it will keep happening if you will keep fighting in TPP. Switch to FPP like this to get better aim and accuracy while taking any broken wall fight, and if you try to jump and shoot on broken walls, do it like this. This tip is going to make you a pro driver. You must have noticed while driving uphill, like some high mountains or ridges, at some time your camera angle gets blocked and you cannot see them properly, and in some cases you might die, if there were some enemies on top of the ridges. This trick works on all of the ridges and high mountains. While driving uphill, switch to FPP, and you will be able to see everything clearly, so that you can drive accordingly. Next tip will make you a pro camper. If you are being rushed, or you want to camp stairs, come and sit on the staircase in FPP mode and wait for your enemies to surprise attack them, and rush them back. It works on most stairs in different places. Do you know when you jump from any rooftop or any window to surprise attack your enemy, but your character blocks your whole view, and when you reach the ground it's too late then? But from now you will never choke and die again like that. Just switch to FPP before jumping and your all problem will be solved. And if there were more than one enemy, you can easily take one in air and rest on ground, so make sure you switch to FPP before jumping out. Before moving to the next point, I have a good news for you guys. Soon a new device will come. Take a guess and also subscribe. As I promised, on 20k subscribers, I will do a giveaway. This is also one of the important uses of FPP. Check out these examples. While taking window fights, if you will shoot in TPP mode, most of your bullets will not enter the room and will hit the outer wall, which will give you a disadvantage and you might die in this. And if you want to shoot like this, you have to keep your crosshair on a high level. But as soon you will switch to FPP, you can clearly see all bullets enter the room even if the crosshair is close to the window. These were some of the uses of FPP switch. There are still many uses of FPP switch button, and almost zero disadvantages. That's why I said it's one of the most important button on your screen. But unfortunately many players never use it. Remember, it will make your game much easier if you will get used to it. Now here is a bonus tip for you. You might have seen a lot of competitive players to use FPP switch on the ridges, even when they have upper ground. You know why? While taking upper to lower ground fights, your character blocks some of your view, which gives you a hard time to trace your target. But in FPP mode the only thing to focus on is your target, so make sure you use this on ridges fights as well. Anyways, keep improving and enjoying the game.